Cool. We'll start in a comfortable seat. You can elevate your hips if you want to get more comfortable or taller through the spine. I've gotten more into elevating my hips as I've gotten deeper into my practice. I realize how much more it supports the low back um, and that natural curve to the lumbar spine. So while we're here, just start to rock your pelvis forward and back. These little pelvic tilts. Inhale as you tilt it forward and exhale as you tilt it back. Or just breathe in whatever way feels nice to you. Mine's not necessarily going with the movements. My breath and my movement are not linked at the moment. As we ground into our seat bones here, we're connecting to our root chakra, sense of safety, security, survival, foundation of our energetic channel. And then find a neutral spine where you have that nice natural curve to the lumbar. As you exhale, drop your chin down to your chest. Inhale, take your chin up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your chin down. Inhale your chin up. One more time, exhale it down. Inhale it up. And then exhale your chin down. Roll your chin from side to side slowly, from shoulder to shoulder, just a half circle for now. When you're ready, turn that into a full circle. Inhale as the face goes up. Exhale as the face goes down. And continue at your own pace. Try not to dump into the back of your neck. You can let your shoulders come along for the ride, allowing your upper back and shoulders to move. And then slowly change directions. Stay connected to your breath, nice and easy and slow. And then next time your chin comes to your chest, pause, and then bring your head back to the center. Big shoulder rolls forward, real dramatic. Let your spine move with it a little bit. And then change directions. It's time to roll the shoulders back and down, hands to the knees for a spinal wave. Inhale. Exhale, push your chest forward and then drop your head, roll up through your spine. Inhale. And again, lead with your chest. Exhale. Inhale, roll it up. One more time. Exhale it forward. Inhale it up. And then circle torso to the right and forward. Nice and easy. Doesn't have to be a big circle. Listen to your body. Exhale forward and inhale back. Next time you go forward, extend the arms forward and hold it there. Ground your booty. Relax your head. Hands to the right, head follows. And back to the center. Walk those hands in, roll up through the spine, and alternate shoulder rolls back. Let's bring our right hand over to the left knee. Left hand up, inhale. Exhale, lean your right shoulder towards your right knee, side stretch, and then top arm circle slow. Breathe with it. Change directions. Reach all the way over this time, and then come up on your inhale, both arms. Cactus arms, exhale. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. And if you're sitting on a prop, you might need to move the prop out of the way here. As we lean back onto the hands, the fingers point back. Open up your chest. Stay right here or press your knees down to lift your hips up. Gaze forward, up, or all the way back. Release. Change the cross of your legs. Hands to your knees, reverse that spinal wave. Chin to your chest, collapse your chest, then dive forward. Scoop your head up, inhale. 2 more, exhale, chin to chest, and dive. Inhale, scoop your head up. 1 more time, exhale, dive forward. Inhale up, and then circle your torso to the left and forward. Again, doesn't have to be a big circle. Honor your body. Exhale as you go forward, and inhale as you go back. Next time you go forward, stretch your hands forward, hold it there. Deep breaths, ground your booty, relax your head. Hands to the left, head follows. Back to the center. And walk those hands in, roll up through your spine. And again, alternate your shoulder rolls back. We'll bring left hand over to the right knee. Right hand up, inhale. Exhale, lean left shoulder towards left knee, side stretch. And then top arm circle slow. Breathe with it. Change directions. Reach all the way over this time. Come up on your inhale, both arms. Cactus arms, exhale. Reach up, inhale. And then bring the hands behind you, fingers point forward this time. Lean back, open your chest. Stay right here or press the knees down to lift your hips up. Gaze forward, up, or all the way back. Deep breath. Release. Meet me in tabletop, all fours. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Think outer shoulder width with your hands. As you exhale, round your spine, gaze to your navel. On your inhale, tuck your toes under for cow, look up. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Keep going. Now see if you can articulate one vertebrae at a time, starting at the tailbone, one vertebrae at a time, travel through the spine, creating more sensitivity and awareness. This time, meet me in cat pose, rounded spine, and then take torso circles, big barrel rolls through the belly, the chest, and also the head. Make sure the head is moving with that motion. Breathe. Change directions. And then we'll meet in neutral. For puppy pose, walk your hands forward, Let your chest melt towards the floor. You can have your forehead or your chin to the floor. You can also take your arms a little wider for more comfort, possibly a block underneath your chest. Two more, let that chest melt towards the floor. And then brace your belly to press into the hands and return to table. Bring your legs together, tuck your toes under, sit your hips back towards your heels. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Flip your fingers back to stretch the wrists. So we're stretching our toes, we're stretching our wrists. I like to move a little bit from hand to hand, stretching and massaging into those wrists. And then flip your fingers forward. You can do one hand at a time or both hands at the same time. Flip the palm up and place the back of the hand, the back of the wrist onto the mat. Be gentle, it might be sensitive. Again, you can do both at the same time if it works for you. If not, just do one. And then switch sides if you are doing one. And release in our broken toe. If this is too much, again, my toes are tucked under right now, but if that feels like too much, you have some options. You can lift those knees up and put a block underneath your knees or a blanket or any prop of your choosing to create a little less stress on those toes. And then interlace your fingers, make a figure 8 with the wrists. Both directions. And press the palms forward and up. Stretch up. Pull the front ribs in. Breathe in and out. One more. And release those hands. Rotate your wrists as you bring the hands down. And then let's remove that prop if you're using one. We'll release back down to the knees. Shift forward so you can untuck your toes. You can smack them on the ground a little bit if you want to. And then sit back on your heels to stretch your ankles. If this feels uncomfortable, you can lean forward for less pressure. If it feels okay, sit up straight. If you want some more, take your hands behind you. Open up your chest. And if that feels good, you want some more, lift your knees up off the floor. Again, if you're here, next phase is hands to the knees. You could also pop a block under the knees here. It's a little bit harder to finagle under there, but that could also be an option. 2 more breaths. Puff out that chest. And let's slowly make our way out of that shape. And shift forward. Plant the hands, take the right toes to the back of the mat, tuck them under, and then just floss the heel forward and back. Stretching out the ankle and calf. Switch sides. We'll be the downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Then take your feet wider towards the edges of the mat. Walk your hands all the way back for dangling pose. Grab onto opposite elbows. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Sway a little bit. Do all the things that feel nice for you here. Release your hands. Come halfway up on an inhale. Flatten your back. Exhale, fold. Toe heel the feet back to seat bone distance. And rise all the way up, inhale. Reach out. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose. From the toes or from the knees, inhale, shift forward, open that chest. Exhale with control all the way down. Release the toes, no hands for this cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Elbows squeeze back. Exhale, release. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, lift the chest without assistance from the hands. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, contracting those spinal muscles. Exhale, release. Press back to child's pose or downward dog, yogi's choice. 3 breaths. In, out, in, out. Let's meet in down dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift up on tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale, extend your spine, shift your weight forward. Exhale, fold. All the way up, inhale, reach up, look up. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. From the toes or the knees, inhale, shift forward, shoulders past the wrists, abs in. Exhale with control, halfway or all the way down. Release your toes, inhale, you can use your hands a little bit this time. Maybe about halfway up, keep a bend in those elbows. Exhale, release. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, keep a slight bend in your elbows, squeeze your booty a little bit. Exhale, release. 1 more time, inhale, pull the shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, release. Then child's pose or downward dog, yogi's choice. 3 breaths. Let's meet in downward dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift up on tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. All the way up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Take that extra breath if you need it. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, release. Child's pose or downward dog. 3 breaths. Let's meet in down dog. Deep breath in and out there. Lift up on tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees, inhale. Exhale to the top. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. All the way up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Chair pose, inhale. Weight in the heels. You can look up or down. Try to get your arms back behind your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Feel free to skip these chaturangas, vinyasas if you feel like you need to conserve some energy. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, stack the hips, bend the knee, open it up to the side, and then make sure you're still strong in your hands, your shoulders. Big knee circle. Let's bring the knee to the chest first. Stay in your down dog, or you can do it from a tabletop. Take that knee out to the side and up. And turn it in as you bring it forward. Big, deliberate, controlled, articular rotations. Then change directions, greasing up that hip joint. This time, take your leg high, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward all the way between the hands. Remember, you can use blocks underneath your hands here. Inhale, bring the hips forward, open the chest, look up. Exhale, hips back, gaze to your navel. You can have your back knee to the floor if you prefer. Inhale, hips forward, gaze up. Little cat-cow happening in the spine. Exhale, hips back, gaze to navel. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. This time, inhale, forward. Exhale, release the back knee and toes. Arms up, inhale. Squeeze your left butt cheek a little bit. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back, or feel free to use a strap. Inhale, look up slightly. Close your front ribs. And exhale, send the hips forward a little more. Pull the front foot and the back knee towards each other. Breathe in and out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the blocks or the floor, whichever. And then send your hips back a little bit. Wiggle your front foot into the center. We're setting up a warrior two here on the floor. So I want you to swing your left foot over to the right and then bring your torso up, arms parallel to the floor. So hips and shoulders are now open to the long edge. Inhale, take your arms up. As you exhale, send your hips forward. You might need to adjust that front foot a little bit. Inhale, hips back and arms up. Exhale, hips forward, arms parallel to the floor. We'll do that a few more times. Just again, bracing up our hips. It's okay if your knee comes past your toes here because you're not standing. There's not the danger to the knee. So just make sure that the heel stays on the floor, but you can access a little ankle stretch here too if the knee goes past the ankle and the toes. This time we're going to stay in that warrior two shape. Pull your front foot and back knee towards each other. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, elbow to your knee, top arm all the way over. And then I'm going to take that top arm, wrap it around behind the back for a neck stretch. So take that left shoulder, pull it away from the ear, and then look down towards your right foot or towards the floor. Let your head hang and try to stretch that left side of your neck. Now that left arm goes all the way up and over. And then we use it to bring us up to that warrior two again. Inhale. Exhale, straighten out your front leg, turn the toes forward, and then come down to the hands. And send the hips back in a child's pose variation. So it's just child's pose with your leg out to the side, and then stretch the arms forward. It's a nice inner hip stretch. I find that this is a nice variation for people who can't do Skandasana. Skandasana skater pose can be hard for some people. They have super tight hips and hamstrings. And this one might be a little bit more accessible for them. One more breath. And then let's come back up onto the hands, shift the hips forward a little bit. And bring the torso up for gate pose. So the right toes are still out there, the leg is still straight. You can take a steeple grip or you can grab onto opposite arms, but drop that tailbone, stretch up through the spine, inhale. Lift your right kneecap so you're not hyperextending, and then lean over to the right. Use your bottom hand to pull on that top hand if you've got the steeple grip. Breathe in and out. You're always welcome to rest your bottom hand lightly on your bottom leg. That can be a modification. One more. Inhale to rise up, reach up. Exhale to that warrior two shape again. Turn those right toes out and exhale, get nice and low into that front knee. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to turn to the top of the mat. So bring the hands towards the top, wiggle that front foot out again. So you're in a low lunge. And then step back to plank. Optional vinyasa here into downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. And then from your down dog or possibly your tabletop, take the left leg high, inhale. Exhale, stack the hips, bend the knee, open it up to the side. Stay strong in the hands, the shoulders. And then we got our controlled articular rotations. Bring the knee to the chest. Stay in your down dog or table. Take the knee out to the side, up to the ceiling. Turn it in, bring it forward. Turn it out, take it up. One more in this direction. And then change directions. Try not to lose the integrity of your shoulder. Let's take that leg high, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward for your low lunge. Again, you're welcome and encouraged to use blocks under the hands here. Inhale, hips forward, gaze up. Exhale, hips back, gaze to navel. Inhale, hips forward. Again, you're welcome to have your back knee down if you need less intensity. Exhale, hips back. One more time, inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale forward, release the back knee and toes. Exhale. Arms come up on your inhale. Exhale, clasp the hands behind your back, but with your other finger on top. Squeeze your right butt cheek a little bit. Puff out that chest, inhale. Tuck the pelvis as you exhale, send the hips forward. Pull your front foot and back knee towards each other. Look up slightly, breathe in and out. Reach your arms up as you inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor of the blocks, and then take your front foot wiggling towards the center line. For warrior two modification, sweep that right foot over to the left. Torso up, arms parallel to the floor. And you might need to adjust your front foot possibly, but it's okay if the knee goes past the ankle, possibly the toes here, as long as the front heel stays on the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, send the hips forward, arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, hips back, arms up. Exhale, forward. Keep going. So this is just a way to add mobility into your yoga practice. And also I find it's easier to teach people about the mula bandha and the pulling together of the front foot and back knee. Let's hold that warrior two shape. Squeeze the front foot and back knee towards each other like you're trying to bunch the mat up between them. Drop the tailbone, lift the chest, stretch your arms. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Rest your elbow on your thigh. Top arm goes all the way up and over. And then we got a neck stretch, possibly if you did it on the other side. Wrapping that right arm behind your back. Peel that shoulder away from the ear and then look down towards your left foot, towards the floor. Try to let your head hang and look for that neck stretch. And breathe. Stay strong in the lower body, still pulling front foot and back knee towards each other. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then inhale, take that arm all the way up and over. And exhale, bring it up to warrior two. That would actually be an inhale there. Now straighten that left leg and bring your hands down to the floor. So you're kind of like in a tabletop with your leg out to the side. And then send your hips back for that child's pose variation or Skandasana modification. Stretch the arms forward, relax into the stretch. One more. And then let's shift forward a little bit, hands under the shoulders once again. And then come up for gate pose, arms up. Your choice of what you want to do with your hands. I've got steeple grip. You can always rest your left hand lightly on your left leg. Inhale for length. Exhale, lean to the left, find that side stretch. If you're in steeple grip, use your bottom hand to pull on your top hand. Try to bring the heels of the hands to touch. Breathe in. Lift that left kneecap so you're not hyperextending. Breathe out. And then inhale to rise back up. Exhale, turn those front toes out into that warrior two once again. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Sweep that right foot to the back. Wiggle your front foot out so you're in a lunge. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa or skip it, up to you. Meet in down dog. Lift up on tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, travel to the top. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands and grab your right thigh. Lift that leg up and stack it on top of your other thigh. For eagle pose, wrap the big toe. Bring your hands together in prayer, press your elbows together. You can stay here or cross your left arm on top and wrap your arms up more. Squeeze the elbows down, sit low into your eagle, deep breath. And release, inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, let's grab that left thigh, pick it up. Inhale, and then exhale, stack it over your other thigh. Try to wrap the big toe if you can. And then bring your hands in prayer, your elbows in front of your heart so your arms are lifted a little bit. You can stay here or cross your right arm on top and wrap into your eagle arms. Squeeze the elbows down, sit down, squeeze the legs and breathe. Release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take your feet a little wider towards the edge of the mat for Malasana. I'm going to put some blocks and I'm going to set them up for my booty here. Sounds nice. Restorative Malasana. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, squat the booty down. The elbows push the knees away from the midline. Deep breaths. And we'll stay here for about a minute. Focus on your breath, even inhales and exhales. Keep the tension out of your face, your jaw. One more. And then let's release the hands down as we lift the hips up. For a restorative forward bend, I'm going to point my toes forward and place the blocks underneath my elbows, forearms, and then just rest my head on top of my arms and hang out here. bending the knees slightly so the hamstrings are more comfortable. You can always make your prop a little lower or skip the prop completely if you feel like your body's okay with it. In yin yoga, we want to shoot for about 50 to 70% of our flexibility. That's where the connective tissue is going to get the most benefit. When we go above that, it tends to just kind of stress the tissue out more than constructively help it. So we're here for about a minute, just letting the spine decompress. As we remain in the posture, we can start to observe these deeper layers of tension melts out of the body. One more deep breath. And then let's slowly come up to a half lift. And wiggle out a little bit. And then step back into downward facing dog. You can do that with the blocks under your hands or not. But yeah, it feels nice with the blocks under the hands. So light and spacious on the shoulders. It's like a piece of cake. Now, in your down dog, you can make it restorative by placing a block underneath your head. Just let your head relax down onto the block or bolster. If it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. It's just an option. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then let's set up half pigeon. Bring your right shin forward. Set yourself up with some props if you like. Maybe I'm a big fan of a block underneath the torso, under the belly. And then just breathe into your moment. Let the stress melt out of your body. Big, deep, conscious breaths. We're here for about another minute, so continue to relax. Tune into your breath. Oceanic, not as in the sound, but as in the gentle rise and fall of your body with that breath. Mhm. Let's rise back up onto the hands. Stay here for a few moments. You're welcome to reach back and grab that foot for an additional stretch in your shoulder or your hip. Just a couple breaths here. One more. And release. Let your booty fall over to the right. Sweep your left leg forward for Janu Shirshasana or seated forward to knee. Slide your right foot into your groin. And then I recommend setting some blocks up alongside your leg here. You can also put a bolster across your leg or your lap here. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen your torso out and over your leg, sliding my blocks forward so I can rest my forearms on top and then my head on top of that. Your prop could be higher or lower. Just find a nice relaxed position that you can sink into and breathe. If your hips are particularly tight, remember you can sit on top of a blanket and that elevation might help you get into the shape. And just notice where you're clenching and tensing, resisting the shape, see if you can let go. About another minute, deep breathing. One more deep breath. Embrace the belly, use the hands to help you as you slowly roll up. Ooh. Shoulders back and down. Move your props out of the way for windshield wiper legs. Lean back, bend those knees, sway them side to side. And let's set that up on the other side. So my right leg goes straight out. My left foot tucks into the groin. Set your blocks up. And when you are ready, inhale for length, exhale, take the torso out for the legs with as much length as possible. And then settle in with a rounded spine. Relax that right leg, let everything relax. Breathe deeply. We got about another minute. Take one more deep breath. Embrace your belly, use your hands to help you roll up in your spine. Shoulders back again. And we'll take the right leg, sweep it back for our half pigeon. Center the hips. Get supported with any props that you need. When you're ready, inhale for length, exhale, coming in. Into that oceanic breath. About a minute more. Deep conscious breaths. One more deep breath. Then let's come back up onto the hands. Stay up here, just opening up that right hip flexor. We can go a little deeper. Right hand reaches back to grab the foot. Kicking it away or pulling it in. Breathe in. Yeah. Good point. Slowly, mindfully release. Let's let the booty fall over to the left. And sweep those legs forward. Lean back and just shake those legs out. Then we'll lay down on our back for a supported bridge. Bring a blocker or blanket with you. Down on your back. Lift your hips up. And slide the block under your booty. Something to note is that oftentimes when I teach supported bridge, even though I try to lead people into it this way, There will still be people who sit on the block first and then try to lie back, which I'm always scared for them, like losing their balance and hitting their head or something. I'm like, it's interesting that you chose to do it that way. So I'm trying to like train people to lay down first and then lift their hips. So you can stay here in a supported bridge. You can take your arms out to a cactus shape. Oh, that feels good. You can take one or both of your legs forward or upwards, so depending on what you want out of this pose. If you want more of a hamstring stretch inversion, take your legs up. If you want more of a hip flexor stretch, an abdominal opening, back bendy shape, then take your legs forward. If you're doing one leg at a time in that supported bridge, then make sure to switch legs. Stay committed to your breath. If you find that you're in this waterfall with your legs up in the air, it's normal if you're not used to doing this that the legs will get tired. So give yourself permission to set your feet back down on the ground if you need to. Got a few more breaths here. Start to bring yourself slowly out of that shape. If you're in the waterfall, you might want to bend your knees first, let the blood kind of come back to your feet, and then set your feet on the floor. Squeeze your butt a little bit to lift the hips up, slide the block out from underneath, and then sit the booty back down. Bring your knees together and scoot your feet a little wider apart so you create this collapsed bridge shape. The knees don't necessarily touch, but they do lean towards each other. If you straighten your legs out a little bit more and maybe not have them quite so bent, maybe the knees will touch, but no, mine are not touching, so don't stress over that. All right, now sway both knees over to the right. Turn your head to the left. And then take it all the way over to the other side. Then exhale back to the center. Hug your knees into your chest. Move the knees a little bit side to side, massage your low back. Let's take those knees wide for a happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet. Lengthen the tailbone forward, lengthen the back of your neck. Then take your heels up over your knees. Deep breaths into the inner hip here. Three more breaths. And release the feet to the floor. Keep your knees bent for now. I'm gonna take a block or a blanket. I think I'm gonna try a blanket. I'm gonna roll it up and place it between my legs. Then roll over onto my left side, fetal position. I'm gonna put my head on a block too, I think it'll just be more comfortable. And then open that right arm up to the ceiling and out into a twist. Oh. Relax into your stretch. About a minute more. And a few more deep breaths. Last one. To come out of this, I roll on over, I reverse my way out of this. Over to the left in the fetal position, and then I roll onto my back just for a nicer exit versus just rolling onto my back. And then over onto my right side, fetal position. I have my knees at about my thighs at about 90 degrees from me. The higher up the knees are, then the higher the twist is in the spine, and I want the twist in my thoracic spine. So again, I've got my knees not super tucked up into me, but closer than further. Left arm goes up and opens into that twist. Relax and breathe. Got a few more deep breaths. So one more. Exhale, mindfully make your way out of that shape. We'll meet in a child's pose, but with our knees together, our legs together. And you can try some blocks underneath the shoulders. If the shoulders don't quite relax, a little support might feel nice. So I'm going to place some blocks here next to my knees. And then sweep the arms back, rest the head down, and let the arms relax. You may or may not need the blocks. You can experiment and see what feels better. And we want to feel a stretch and a release. Maybe not so much a stretch, but a release and a softening through the back. Continue to breathe deeply and mindfully, even though you're in this compressed shape. But also try to block under your head. If your head doesn't quite reach the floor, put some support under it. Relax for another minute. Take one more deep breath. Place your hands under your shoulders to help you push back up. And then bring it on down for Shavasana. Set yourself up super comfy. Maybe a pillow underneath your knees or underneath your head or something underneath your neck, whatever helps you feel the most comfortable. Right, so once you're set up, go ahead and relax on in, scan your body, notice anything that's clenching or tensing. Meet those parts of yourself with compassion, curiosity. See if you can relax more into the moment. Release your thoughts, judgments, expectations. Just be. Begin to deepen your breath. Gently awaken your body. Move your hands, your feet, your head. When you're ready, stretch your arms back and your toes forward. Lengthen end to end. Then bend your knees. Roll to your left side. When you're ready, push up to a comfortable seat. Head comes up last. Observe the effects of your practice. Reach your arms overhead as you inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Honoring yourself, each other, this journey we've been on together. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for trusting me with this process. I appreciate you so, so much. And we bow. Right.